The day I caught myself shouting at my 7 years old daughter, the same way my mother used to shout at me, I froze. I just stood there, my chest tight, my voice trembling as my little girl's face shrank in fear. The same kind of fear I grew up with, and that was when I knew I had become my mother. It terrified me, not because I hate her, but because I swore I would never be like her. And yet here I am, raising my voice at a child who only asked for bread instead of rice. That night, I cried in the bathroom, not loud, not the type you sob, just those quiet, guilty tears that feel like they are cleaning wounds you couldn't even understand. So today I am here because I honestly don't know how to navigate this phase. Hey real talkers! Welcome back to the space where we don't sugarcoat life. Here we laugh, we cry, and we learn through real stories that heal. If you haven't joined the family yet, hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell because every story here could be the mirror you didn't know you needed. Today's story, is that one that might hit close to home for many people. A woman who grew up in pain, but somehow found herself repeating the same cycle. She's not here to pretend to be strong. She's here because she's tired of pretending. Let's hear from Mmesoma. My mother was 16 years old when she got pregnant. It wasn't part of her plan. To be honest, according to her, she didn't even have a plan. She just had dreams. She wanted to be a nurse. She loved biology. I used to volunteer at the clinic in our town because she liked how nurses looked so composed in their white uniforms. But one silly relationship with a boy in SS2 changed everything. One mistake, one missed period, and her life became a story whispered across compounds. She must marry that villager who showed interest in a pregnant girl. Her parents decided, and that was it. No discussion, no sympathy, no future plans. Just a first wedding between my scared mother and a man she never pictured herself marrying. She always told us how she remembers wearing that old lace gown she borrowed from a neighbor for her wedding. No makeup artist, no photographer, no happiness, just shame. That man became her husband, and by 17, she was already a mother. By 20, she had 2 sons. By 23, she had her 3rd child, me. But the truth, she never wanted any of us. She loved us in theory, the kind of love that feels like a duty, not a choice, and she made sure we knew it. My childhood wasn't made up of bedtime stories or I love yous. It was mostly shouting and slippers flying across the room. You wouldn't drop a spoon without her screaming, "So you want to break all the plates in this house, Abi?" We learned how to tiptoe. We learned how to guess her moods from the sound of her footsteps. If she sighed too loud, you hide. If she hummed an Igbo gospel song, it meant she was calm. If she started speaking English mixed with Igbo, run oh. That's how we survived her. Looking back now, I think she was just confused. She used to say, "I gave birth to the 3 of you when I should be enjoying my life. Now all of you want to kill me with stress." She'd say it jokingly, but there was venom behind those words. And we, her children, became the punching bag for the life she didn't get to live. My 2 elder brothers got worse of it. Once they turned 18, they left home and never looked back. Now they are both married and they have cut her off completely. They send money through me, but they don't call her. They don't visit. They just say, "Mmesoma, take care of her. You are the daughter." So I became her emotional caretaker, the daughter who still called, who sent food, who listened to her endless complaints about how ungrateful we all are. When I was 20, I ran away too, not physically, emotionally. I married the first good man that showed me kindness. His name is Emeka. Soft voice, warm eyes, patient heart. He didn't have much, but for the first time in my life, I felt safe. I remember the day I told my mother I was getting married. She said, "Good, maybe now you will know that marriage is not beans." No congratulations, no blessings, just that sentence. And yet, on my wedding day, she danced the most, as if she was celebrating freedom from me. Marriage felt like heaven at first. Emeka was nothing like my father or brothers. He would wash plates, cook, laugh, and listen to me. He was my peace until my mother started visiting. She would come unannounced, always complaining. "So your husband is the one cooking, Mmesoma? You are just so lazy. This your house is small, oh. Is that what your mates are living in? You are allowing him to talk too much." That's how men lose respect. At first, Emeka would just smile politely. Then slowly, I started noticing his smiles fading. He never complained, but I could see it in his eyes, that quiet discomfort. And me, I would beg her to behave. but you can't beg someone who thinks they have earned the right to misbehave. Then it got worse. She started shouting at him too. Young man, you think because you married my daughter, you can talk to me anyhow? I remember one day, Emeka had simply said, Mama, let's pray before we eat. And she snapped. Now wow, you want to tell me when to pray, Abi? Me. I was praying before you were even born. I wanted to sink into the ground. That day, after she left, I cried like a child. Emeka hugged me and said, your mother is hurt, Mmesoma, but you are not her. Don't let her pain become your pattern. I nodded. But guess what? It's already hard. A few years later, we had our first child, a little girl named Chidima. Beautiful, smart, always talking. And one morning, she spilled her food on the floor and asked me for bread instead. Before I knew it, I shouted, can't you be careful for once? Do you want to scatter this house? Every time, bread, bread, bread. She froze. She didn't even cry. She just stood there trembling. And in that moment, I saw myself, the same way I used to freeze whenever my mother raised her voice. I felt sick. After cleaning the mess, I locked myself in the bathroom and cried. I realized the monster I ran away from had moved into me. Now my mother is older, in her 50s, but she hasn't changed. She still says things like, after everything I sacrificed for you people, this is how you repay me? I lost my youth because of you. Sometimes I want to tell her, no mama, you didn't lose your youth. You gave it away out of your own recklessness and now you want us to pay for it. But I never did because I'm scared. Scared of her anger, scared of feeling guilty, scared of being called a bad daughter. So I just endure. Recently, my husband said something to me that broke me. He said, Mmesoma, I love you, but I don't want our daughter to grow up afraid of you. That's why I'm here today, Ego. Because I don't want to hate my mother. I don't want to cut her off like my brothers did. But I can't keep losing myself to her shadow either. I don't know how to stop this cycle. I don't know how to detach without feeling wicked. And I don't know how to love her without destroying my peace. Ego, please tell me, what do I do? Mmesoma, this story is heavy. You see, sometimes our mothers are not villains. They are just wounded girls who never healed. But that doesn't mean you must bleed for their unhealed wounds. You can love your mother, but you don't have to lose yourself to her. You can set boundaries. Yes, please set boundaries and don't feel guilty about it because boundaries are not disrespect. They are protection. Your daughter doesn't need a perfect mother. She needs a healing one. And about guilt, it's normal. That's how empathy sounds in your head when you are doing the right thing. Real talkers, what do you think? Can love and distance coexist when it comes to family? And how do you forgive a parent who never says sorry and feels entitled? Thank you, Mmesoma, for your honesty. And to everyone watching, if you grew up with a parent whose pain became your pattern, remember, healing doesn't mean forgetting them. It means choosing not to become them. This is Real Talk with Ego, where stories speak and the souls listen. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe because someone out there might need to hear this. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.